Namaskar and welcome. I'm Sakal, Bhatt. The top story at this hour, of course, coming from Raipur. The Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, has said that the country will never bow down before Naxalism. Dr. Singh was speaking to Congress President Sonia Gandhi termed the Maoist attack as the attack on democracy.
And of course, everyone
to talk to Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Raman Singh on the incident and offered to send more central forces. Home Ministry has also sought for a report from the Chhattisgarh over the attacks. Dr. Singh said, and I quote, "I very strongly killed bodies of Chhattisgarh Congress Chief Nand Kumar Patel and his son Dinesh, who were kidnapped by Maoists, were today found along with those of 8 others in Jiram Valley in Bastar. With the recovery of the bodies, now the toll in the lethal Maoist attack on a convoy of Congress leaders yesterday has risen to 28. Over 30 people have been injured in this attack." All right, we're heading for a very short commercial break. We'll be back in a while. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching Midday News. Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi, who arrived in Raipur in the wee hours today, met State Congress Chief Nand Kumar Patel's family members at Devendra Nagar and expressed his party will keep working for the betterment of the people.
Congress Party enterprises. It's a complete roads are completely deserted and desolate. It's a near total shutdown of the city. Remember this one, as you rightly pointed out, sakal called by Congress workers in protest of what happened, the dastardly attack by the Naxals on Congress leadership in the state. There have also through the day, but more or less a sense of controlled calm has prevailed. There is, of course, a sense of fear palpable in the people of this state now following this dastardly attack on Congress leaders in the state, and it's natural to see why that fear is so palpable.
But we also know, Royden, that Ministry of Home Affairs reportedly they want the Chhattisgarh state government to kind of detail the kind of security that was or was not really put in place ahead of the Congress rally. Lots of questions really need to be answered. I mean, in terms of security apparatus, intelligence inputs, etc. The question about how this ambush party of 100 or 500 plus armed men could not be detected on time.
Exactly, and I've been speaking to officials, or some of them off the record have admitted that there were alerts, that there were intelligence inputs over the past week in particular, leading to very serious questions, as you rightly pointed out again, Sakal, about the sort of security apparatus that was deployed for these leaders, considering the fact especially that one of them, Mahendra Karma, who had Z-level security, that there were intelligence alerts that were ignored, raises a lot of questions, very uncomfortable questions for the state government.
Royden, also a bit of on what are you picking up on the combing operations? We know that the state has been put on high alert, and the number now, as of now, those killed has risen to 28.
Yes, that of course is with the recoveries of the bodies of Nand Kumar Patel and his son Dinesh Patel, the Prime Minister, and Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, of course, paying tributes at the airport before they left when these bodies were flown in, and of course the cremation will now be carried out over this evening, and then, but it really, yes. There is a sense that a very real sense, both from the state leadership as well as the centre.
Royden, I need to wrap it up here very quickly. Since you talked about PM's reaction in very strong words, condemning the attack, and also requesting the Maoists to release those who have been abducted. Are you getting to hear anything from your sources there? Any sort of communication, negotiation? What is the latest on that? The abductions.
Well, there is no forward movement as such till now. There is, to a large extent, to be very honest, there is still a lot of gaps that need to be filled in terms of information coming in from the ground.
Okay.
And the situation does exist as it is for the moment, with no forward movement on that.
All right, Royden D'Souza, thank you so much for joining us from Raipur, a correspondent reporting from Raipur, the ground situation. very tense but under control there in Raipur. And President Pranab Mukherjee has condemned the Naxal attack in Chhattisgarh and condoled the loss of lives in the incident. Meanwhile, Mahendra Karma, the tribal leader who founded the anti-Naxalite Salva Juru movement in Chhattisgarh, was reportedly shot dead in cold blood in Saturday's attack by suspected Maoists. Let's take a look at his entire journey.
Mahendra Karma.
Well, we're heading for a very short commercial break. We'll be back in a short while. Stay tuned. District continues to remain critical. 84-year-old Yogi has said that such issues should not be politicized. He added that there is a need to rise above party politics.
राजनीतिक घटना है या नहीं है?
Never bow down before Naxalism. Dr. Singh was speaking to DD News, and Congress President Sonia Gandhi termed the Maoist attack as the attack on democracy.
Of course, everyone.
Dates from Raipur. Let's go live to our correspondent Royden D'Souza. Royden, now earlier we spoke about a sense of tension but controlled calm, you said, there at Raipur right now. But tell us right now, what's the update as far as those injured are concerned from the hospital? What are you getting to hear?
Well, there still the maximum amount of care has been given to them and the Prime Minister's visit has, of course, gone a long way in ensuring that the Prime Minister said that whatever was necessary from the centre in terms of aid would be extended to them. But the death toll, the last count was 28, of course, that with the tragic recovery of the bodies of Nand Kumar Patel and Dinesh Patel, father-son, the Congress Pradesh Committee President. The lack of news and lack of clarity about the number of people who are believed to have been abducted.
Right.
It's an unknown number yet, and that is raising a lot of concerns.
But officially, or maybe in fact even unofficially, are you picking something on those lines? Is the state government, the concerned department, trying to get in touch with the Naxals, or are they trying to open some sort of communication with the government? What is now they're going to be the next move? I'm talking about the Naxals.
Well, officially, combing operations are on, and that is a vast expanse of area which will take time, and time is of a very precious commodity for those who would be in captivity, or those perhaps who would be injured or in need of medical attention. There's no knowing who or how many are in what condition, and therefore time would be a really precious commodity for them. But that's a real concern. And as far as taking on the Naxals is concerned, I think what the Prime Minister said when he summed it up, saying that this should be a source of inspiration now to act tough against. Had years and years of leadership, proven leadership of the people, and for them to have been attacked, killed, and injured in such a dastardly manner, that will, I'm sure, have proved to be a turning point in the country's war against Naxals.
And the state government now certainly has to do a lot of explaining, especially the police department there, as to how they really could not foresee that sort of assembly. In spite of earlier reports, you mentioned earlier there were certain intelligence inputs on those lines.
Yes.
What is the state government saying right now? I understand the major concern now is also to take care of those injured, but at the same time, combing operations are on abduction, like you just said, that there's no clarity. But then they need to explain. I mean, this the buck doesn't really stop here.
Well, yes, and that is a very embarrassing. That is exactly what has put the state government, the state security machinery in a very embarrassing position. Because if you look at the build-up to the event, there were definite intelligence inputs about a build-up of Naxals in that particular area. There were intelligence inputs. There were tip-offs about a possible massive attack in the offing. Off the record, officials in the state are saying that on record, of course, so we've been trying to get in touch with the DGP, Ram Nivas, who's just refused to come on camera and give a reaction to DD News so far. The fact of the matter is, basic standard operating procedures were thrown to the wind when it was the case of this group of leaders who were traveling in a convoy, which was a basic violation of standard operating procedures. Also, the fact that they chose practically the same route to return was another violation
Yes.
of standard operating procedures. The